What's up, y'all? This your Unc, man. All right, man. All right. I'm not. I'm not gonna talk about this for views and shit. This ain't about views and nothing, man. This is like, um, I've been getting a lot of. I literally have been getting a lot of people saying, "Hey, man, talk about your prison experiences, man." For y'all who don't know, man, like, I'm a victim of sexual assault. I was sexually assaulted like all through my young life and up to my early adult life. Um, if y'all don't know, I my first encounter of being sexually assaulted was with going to a orphanage when I was little. I had to be about I had to be about 8. I was probably like 8, 7, 8. I can remember it too, and I can remember it. I went to this orphanage, man. The first time I ever been sexually assaulted, and then I was sexually assaulted. So I'm gonna talk. Because man, and like I said, it's not for views. This ain't for views, man. This ain't for people to come in here, man, and he got more views and shit, making up these sexual assault things, man. I'm probably like a few of men that will honestly admit to and openly talk about being sexually assaulted. And I told you this is one of the reasons why my phobia with men is like I just don't like being around men. Like I can't be in a car with a man like passenger side like right here. Like if it's a bunch of us, that's cool, but like just me and one dude, I can't do that. I don't like just chilling with a dude at the crib. I can't do that. A lot of y'all say, well, why you don't have a male roommate? I just can't do that. I when I like at one point in my life, man, when I was like fucked up, I had to stay with a faggot. This dude was gay. He was openly gay, and but I told him, I said, yo, I'm not like that. I just need somewhere to live right now. I ain't like that, and he was like, yeah, that's cool, man. You know what I'm saying? Now we got that out open. We good. He was like, he wasn't openly gay. He was one of those. You could tell he was gay by his. You could tell he was gay once you talk to him a while. He would give you. He would do shit like that. But like if you like talk to him, he was a man dressed like a man and everything. But unless you talk to him for a while, you would catch things that he did. So it wasn't he wasn't DL. He was like, if you don't ask, he ain't gonna tell you type guy. And I stayed with him because I was fucked up. I was homeless and I had got kicked out the shelter and shit. I got kicked out the shelter for I think coming in late or some shit. And because in the shelters, like you got to be in the shelters at a certain time. So I got kicked out the shelter, and so I ain't had nowhere to go, man. And like I'm on the street, like I'm literally walking up and down the street. So I used to go into this one store, and I used to go in this store all the time. And the person at the store would see me always. I would hang out in the store all night, like all night. And I had to be like, I don't even think I was 30. I think I was like maybe 20, 25. I don't think I was 30. I think I was like maybe 25. And I used to hang out in this store all the time. And I would always hang out in the store at night, like 2 all the way in the morning. And this dude was like, yeah, so I ended up like, and I'm always the type of person who try to make money. So I was like, yo, man, I need to goddamn do something. So I would clean up around the parking lot, clean up, and they would pay me. So that's what I was doing. So then, and he had a friend, the dude that was in the store had a friend that was gay, and he was like, "Yo, if you need somewhere to stay, my friend might." And that's how I met the dude. But that's another story. But so I want to talk about like a lot of men won't talk about this. They'll talk about the gangs in prisons. They'll talk about how they was, how hard they was in prison, how they used to get down in prison, like how they used to beat people up, how they used to whoop whoop. Nah, like me, when I went to prison, my first time going to an adult spread, like that shit scared the fuck out of me. And I had already been a victim of sexual assault. So when I came into the prison hearing the stories, I was scared to death because these stories were like real life. So the first adult prison that I went to, sorry. I went to jail. I went to jail at 16, 17 in New Orleans. And when I went to jail in New Orleans, I was sexually assaulted in New Orleans in a jail in Louisiana. I'm sorry, Louisiana, not New Orleans, Louisiana. I was in Shreveport. I was in Shreveport, Louisiana. I was in Job Corps. In Shreveport. And I ended up, goddamn, we out there, man. I'm with a group of dudes and shit. And we would go to Louisiana and we would steal cars. So it's crazy because we had this, like, and all of us was from New York. So we would get together. All the New York dudes would get together, and we would goddamn go to goddamn Baton Rouge, or even go to goddamn Baton Rouge, or either this been young the other parts city, and the Puerto Ricans knew how to hot wire cars. Now this was in the 80s. This was like early 80s. So we hot this like 86. So we hot wiring cars and we stealing cars. So we got caught one time. We got caught. Speed chase, jumped out. Boom, 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 boom. I was running. I used to wear glasses. My glasses was like about that thick, like like the bottom of a Coca-Cola bottle. That's how thick my glasses was. So I had thick glasses, and I've always been. I always wore glasses. My glasses was real thick, and so I was running, and it was in Louisiana. It's like a lot of fucking ditches, a lot of rivers, a lot of small creeks, lakes, creeks, I call them creeks. And I'm running through some bushes and shit. And I fell in this creek. Boom! And it was like, so I fell, glasses gone, and I'm trying to swim to get, to save my life. And so I end up crawling to the bank. And when I crawled to the bank, the police was right there, locked me up. Boom. So I'm in goddamn Shreveport jail. I'm in that motherfucker, man, and they put me now in these, and now this is the 80s. So back then the jails was like bars. So you can, like, when you go into the jail, there's bars. So you looking, so I'm in one, so you like they right across from each other. So like right across from each other. So like there's like a walkway, and then there's bars, jail bars here, jail bar there, jail bar here, jail bar there. And they were like kind of like open cells, and some of them were small cells. So because of my age, they put me in one of the small cells, and it was like some older men in there, like older men. So they called themselves, put me in there with the older heads. Now there was some young dudes, but they wouldn't put me in there with the dudes like in their 20s and 30s. They put me in there like with old heads, like niggas had to be like at the time like 35, 40 older men. So I'm in there with these older dudes and shit, right? So I'm thinking I'm safe, I'm good, right? So boom, I get sexually assaulted in there. Motherfucker grabbed me, yoked me, threw me down. The other one grabbed me, and they just like took my clothes off and they sexually assaulted me. So I came up out that shit. I'm yelling and screaming, and the motherfuckers muffled me. So like I don't know if anybody ever been yoked out. Like they call it yoked out, when a motherfucker put his hand around you and just take your breath out you. So that's what the motherfucker did. He like took the breath out me. Well, I couldn't scream or yell or nothing. So while he doing that, the other dude taking my clothes off. So they throw me down on the ground. And mind you, I'm probably 100. This time, I'm probably like 130 pounds, 140. I'm a small dude at the time. I've never really been a big dude coming up. So I'm like 130, soaking wet. So they hold me down, and these grown men that's been doing this. So they hold me down, and the other dude, and he sexually assault me, like penetrate me, and so I know y'all saying like they talking about this shit overly, like man, it's just something that not that I came accustomed to, but it's just something that, bruh, it happened, and it happens, and it happened to me. You feel me? So anyway, it got quiet, like, cause people knew this is what they do. This goes on, and I don't know why they put me in a cell with these dudes, these R's, these sexual assault of men, but they put me in there, and I'm not gonna say it was some racist shit where white cops did it. I ain't gonna say that because I just think that at the time black dudes did it. So I can't say it's racist. I can't say it was if now I could probably say it's racist if the white cops put me in there with a bunch of white dudes and okay, that shit was racist as hell. But it was black men that did this to me. So I can't say it was racist. I could just say, motherfuckers, that was some fucked up shit, y'all. What's crazy is I was looking at an Instagram and one of the men that sexually assaulted me was on his Instagram where he was asking for parole. Like he had a life sentence. I think this dude had sexually, I think he had a kid, burnt his body. I think he had a kid, burnt his body, and tried to and burnt the house. And I think that dude, I think he had got like a life sentence plus something. So he was, and I seen the Instagram where that dude was on one of the men that did it was on Instagram. Like I was trying to find the Instagram and trying to find it, but it was like somebody page, but he was on Instagram trying to get the parole board to parole him. I think he had did like 40, 50 years so far, and he was asking for a early parole or some shit, and they denied him. And they was asking him, why did you do these boys, these kids like that? And he was talking about a 16, 17-year-old dude that they was talking about, you had sexually assaulted a 16, 17-year-old dude, and that was me. I was that dude. That was the young boy. And I was like, oh shit, that's that man. I was like, that's crazy. Because I ran, and that's why I'm making this video. Because I'm like, yo, they talk that man, because the parole people was like, yo, you sexually assaulted a 16, 17-year-old kid. And they asked you how you felt about that. He was like, man, I thought it was a thing to do. And that 16, 17-year-old kid was me. And I'm sitting here like, oh shit. They talk, that's that man. So anyway, man, and that's why I'm making this video. So anyway, so after that shit, man, like literally, man, I was like pumped. Like I was pumped the whole time. They wouldn't get me out the cell. They kept me in the cell, and the dude was sexually assaulting me like damn near every day. Like sexually assaulting me every day, penetrating me like every day. For real. Like I kid you not, like every day. So the people from the job court finally found out that I was there in jail because they didn't know, because the other dudes one other dude got caught, but he was in a cell kind of further down from me. And the people from the job court finally found out I was there. So what they did, they came and got me out. So when they got me out, I told them about what had happened to me, and literally the jailers, when breakfast, the jailers would come. I'm sitting here crying. I'm like, please get me out of here, please, man. I don't want to be here no more. The white jailers would give me my food and keep it moving. Lunch, give me my food, keep it moving. Dinner, give me my food, keep it moving. Literally, just like that. That's just how it went. Showers, motherfuckers would go in there. I would go shower. Motherfucker would sexually assault me in the shower. He penetrate me in the shower. Like I'm saying this shit like for real, bro. Like this shit really, really happened to me. And then after that shit, man, the people from the job court, they came and came and got me. One of my counselors came and got me. It was a female, black female. She came and got me, and I was telling her about what happened to me, and she was like complaining, and she was trying to like get complaints to the city of Louisiana about what was going on. But like to this day, I don't even know what happened with that shit, bro. Like for real. So I went back. So I went back to New York. We flew back to New York, and the shit kind of got brushed under the rug. Like it was like nothing. So I went to the hospital. I did go to the hospital. We went to the hospital, and you know, I had some injuries and shit or whatever, man. They gave me some medicine and shit for the shit. They did at the time, I'm gonna be real with you. At the time, the AIDS testing and HIV testing wasn't really that strong for you to like do it. But she did say that she wanted me to get an AIDS test, an HIV test. All that shit came back negative, and like all diseases and shit, it came back negative. But I did have injuries and shit. So yeah, I was like hurt like for a while, like for real, like man, for real, like I was hurt, like I know y'all saying yo, some shit you don't need to be talking about, bro. But I'm just saying this shit. I'm talking to y'all, and I'm hoping that kids can, like, not just kids, but people can realize that going to jail, that shit happens. That shit happens, bro. Like for real, that shit happens in jail. That shit happens. Especially in the 80s, that shit was really happening. So, I got medicine and shit, whatever. While I was in Louisiana, they took me to the hospital. I got medicine, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? They did all that. But it was kind of like, wasn't really nothing done, because it was like a everyday occurrence. And it was pretty much, he lying. That ain't never happened. He lying. That ain't happened. He lying. Nah, that ain't happened. He lying. And everybody in there, it was like, they kind of went with it. Like, nah, that motherfucker lying. So, after that shit, I went back to New York, went back into the program. They put me back into the program. But because I'm 17, I'm like kind of like an adult, so they kicked me out the program. So they put me into one of the shelters, and I went to a shelter in the Bronx. So I was in the shelter in the Bronx, and I'm still like fucked up. I'm still going through some shit, and that's when I started having my episodes of real PTSD, and I started having like moments. Like I really was like bugging out. Like I really had moments, and so that's when what I can remember was being on the train, and I can remember being on the train, and I'm sleeping on the train at this time, and people just talking to me, and I'm not comprehending what the fuck they saying, but people talking to me, and I can remember the train. I can remember the train stopping and police all around me. And so what people told me was I was trying to jump off the train track. I was trying to jump off the moving train. Like I was trying to, like, while the train moving, like, okay, so in New York, the trains, like, you know, you walk, you get train cart, you got a train cart here, then you got like a little bitty walkway. I was between the walkway. I was between the walk of the trains. And I was trying to jump off the train. So I remember people talking to me. I can't remember what they were saying, but I remember the train stopping, and I remember a bunch of police. That's all I remember. Next thing you know, I was in Bellevue. I'm in Bellevue, and so I'm in Bellevue, man, and that's when like my mental health shit really just was like fucked up. Like I was fucked up mentally. Like I fucked up. So after that, man, I did Bellevue. I stayed in Bellevue for like a month. Bellevue don't keep you, man. They get you out of there. So I was in Bellevue for about a month, medicated and all that shit, and I still ain't had nowhere to go. So now I'm back on the street. Like literally, Bellevue would literally, just like prison, Bellevue would literally stamp you. You go down there, get your clothes. They give you a pair of pants, a shirt, some shoes, toothbrush, toothpaste, and they'll walk you out the door. All right, bye. And then they'll give you like a prescription and tell you to go to the drugstore and get your prescription. That's how Bellevue is. And you out there in the street. So now I'm back on the street. I'm like, damn, looking around like, yo. So I'm like, the fuck. I'm like, damn. So walking. So I walk, and they give you like $20. They give you $20. So I had $20. So I went to the train. I went and got my coins for the train. Got on the train and shit. I went to get something to eat. So I think I went to McDonald's or something down. So I took the train all the way down to like I want to say 34th Street or some shit. I'm down there 34th Street. So now I'm down 34th Street. I went to McDonald's and shit. Then I start begging. I'm out there begging. Yo, can I get a quarter? Can I get a dime? Can I get a quarter? Like literally out here fucked up begging. I'm begging. Can I get a quarter? Can I get a dime? Because I'm homeless. So people was giving. Now this is in the '80s. So people giving me money. You know, how dope it, like how crazy it was down there. So I'm down there with drug addicts, dope addicts, and all that shit. So that's how that went. So that's like my first time being sexually assaulted in adult prison. You know what I'm saying? That's my first time being assaulted in an adult prison. Was in Louisiana. Was in Shreveport, Louisiana. That's my first as an adult, as a like a teenager being assaulted. Now I told you I was assaulted. My first time ever knowing that this ain't right was when I was little. It was the first time I knew it was right when I was in the foster care. The man's wife that was over the boys. He used to come in and he used to make me play with his penis. You know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. But like I'm young. I'm like 8, 9. You know what I'm saying? I'm 8, 9. I knew it was wrong, but I'm 8, 9. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking at this man like he's a father figure type man, and cause he used to take us to Coney Island. He used to take us to like these museums and shit like that. I remember, and we all like kind of looked up to him because he did things like that for us. But then he used to make us play with his penis. Like he used to come in, and I can remember he used to be sitting with us, man, and he used to take our hand and put it down his pants, or either he'll come in there, man, pull his penis out, and he'd be having us play with his penis and be trying to get us to suck his penis and shit like that, man. Like shit was crazy. And this was like 8, 9. I was like 8, 9. So yeah, man. So that's a little story, man. I'm not trying to take too much of y'all time, but that's like story. But I got like I'm saying this, man, because this shit really this really happens, man, to me, and it's time for me to tell these stories and get this shit out, man, and get these demons off me, bro. Like for real, like, and like I said, this ain't for no views and shit. This is like really and let y'all know a little about Unc, man. Like the shit I've been through, bro. Like Unc been through some shit, for real. That's why I look like I look. That's why I'm ugly as fuck, cause I've been through some ugly shit, man. Like in my life, I've been through some ugly shit. And I'm just happy, man, that I came about this shit. I feel like man, I feel like God has blessed me to be in a better position, in a better place, because I'm quite sure all those people that assaulted me and did shit to me, they fucked up right now. They fucked up right now. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people I don't remember. If they walk by me today, I wouldn't even remember their fucking faces, bro. Like, but I'm quite sure that a lot of them are fucked up right now, and I could just say, hey, man, you know, I'm doing good. I'm doing way better, man. So, yeah, man, I just wanted to just talk about that, man, real quick, man. Let y'all know a little about Unc, man. Let y'all know the shit Unc been through, man. Let y'all know that Unc been through a lot of shit, bro. Like, I've been sexually assaulted I've been sexually assaulted in my life at least I started being sexually assaulted. Probably been sexually assaulted. I probably just don't remember, but I probably been sexually assaulted. But the time I can remember the sexual assault was when I was like 8. I only think I was 10 years old, because I think I remember my 10th birthday too. I think I remember my 10th birthday, man. But I ain't 8 years old, but I wasn't 10, so I had to be like 8, 9, 8 when I went to that. That Jewish community orphanage. It was in Brooklyn, and I do remember that shit, bro. And the way the motherfuckers was handling us, and it was white boys in there too, and it was bad, man. They used to whip us and shit. They used to beat us, man. They used to beat us with belts and shit. They used to beat the shit out of us with belts, bro. Like, I remember motherfuckers, man. We didn't do what they said do, man. Like for instance, we kids, man. So we sitting at the table eating. We always sat at the table, ate together. Like maybe 13 boys, 14 boys sit at the table eating because young kids. And we talking, we playing. Man, they used to snatch us off the table and just whip the shit out of us, man. The counselors, they used to whip the shit out of us, bro. And if they ain't whip us, man, they was hitting us with shit. Like, they used to fuck us up, bro. I remember that shit. They used to fuck us up. They used to whip the shit out of us, bro. And to the point where when we came to the table, nigga ain't say shit. Like for real, bro. Like, that shit was bad. That shit was bad, bro. Like, yeah, that shit was bad. So motherfuckers was running. We had some niggas was running away. Like, we was like running away from this shit, bro. Like, getting the fuck out. Like, hell no. As soon as the goddamn door opens, niggas trying to go. Fuck around, leave that door unlocked. You want to, we out. Leave a window unlocked. We climbing out the window and everything, man. That shit was bad, bro. Yo. Yeah, that shit was bad, man. All right, man.